Hello lovelies and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this vampire Halloween makeup look, I'm starting off with my eyes because I'm going pretty dark and messy. I'm priming my lids with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and then setting that with the Rimmel Stay Matte Transparent Setting Powder. I'm going to be using Scotch tape to give me that perfect straight edge for this makeup look. I'm going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette and going in with that soft peach color as my transition shade in my crease. Then I'm going to be taking this black eyeliner, this one's from Rimmel, and don't worry about being messy. This is just going to act as a base to ensure that the black shadow we're going to put on top of this stays on longer and is extremely black. There's that black shadow from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Shadow Couture palette, and I'm just packing that all over my lids. I'm going to be taking this Blush Neutrals palette from BH Cosmetics and mixing those two cranberry and plum shades and using that on top of that initial transition shade we used. I'm going pretty high and circular with these colors. I kind of want to deepen the socket and kind of look like a sultry, hungry vampire. Then I'm taking this Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the color Bitten and using a smaller, more precise blending brush and putting that directly into the crease. I'm going to be taking this Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Unexpected. This is a very taupey color and it's going to make me look more dead, I guess, because it's gray toned. And it's also going to define my sockets more. I'm going to be taking this Burlesque shade from Makeup Geek. It's a plumish, kind of vampy, shimmery shade, and I feel like it ties the whole look together. I'm using that directly on my outer V. I'm going back in with that black shadow from the Shadow Couture palette because I felt like I lost a little bit of the pigmentation, and just packing that on my lids and blending that out into the crease. Then with the liquid liner from NYC, I added a little wing. Now, I went out of frame, so I couldn't use the whole video, but I made sure I took that wing all the way into the inner corner, as you can see here. Then I'm cleaning up those edges to make sure that there was no leftover shadow on the bottom. I'm priming my face with the MAC Strobe Cream because I want to look pretty shimmery and glittery for this vampire makeup look. And then I'm going to be mixing the Ultra HD foundation from Makeup Forever and that white cream makeup and a little bit of the Loreal Magic Lumi primer. You can just use a foundation that's a little bit whiter than your skin color, but I didn't have any, so I just bought that white makeup from the Halloween store for pretty cheap. And first I went with a buffing brush, but I realized that that makeup was pretty thick, so I couldn't blend that out, and so I went into the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. Now, to give me more of an orange toned look underneath the eyes, I went in with the NYX HD concealer, and then I'm setting my entire face with the Rimmel Stay Matte Setting Powder, which kind of gives a white cast, which works for this look. Then I'm going to give myself some under eye circles with the Unexpected eyeshadow from Makeup Geek. And then I'm going back in with that black shadow again from the Shadow Couture palette and smudging that on my lower lash line. I'm also going to be taking that Bitten shadow and putting that a little more messily underneath that black shadow and out into the wing to kind of tie the whole eye look together. And just blending that out. Then with some Fix Plus and a small angled brush, I'm taking those two shades from the Blush Neutrals palette and creating these veins underneath my eye. I'm going to be using a precise zigzagging motion and putting as many veins as I'm happy with. You can even put these on your forehead, but I prefer using them underneath the eyes only. I want to look hungry and bloodthirsty. And then I'm going into the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And obviously, because vampires are dead, I'm only going to be using that really gray tone contour shade. And I'm really chiseling out my cheeks and my temples, and as well as my jawline. I'm going pretty heavy on the nose contour as well, but I will blend that out so it looks a little more natural, not too crazy either. And then I'm taking that white shimmery highlight from the Carly Bible palette and putting that on the high points of my face. As I said before, I want to look very glittery. Then I'm brushing out my eyebrows, and I'm using this NYX micro brow pencil. I'm going pretty heavy on the pigmentation of my brows because I want it to look darker than usual, and I'm going skinnier than usual as well with a very pronounced arch. I guess it kind of makes me look angry and fierce, which vampires, well, I would assume vampires would, and I just set that with the Maybelline Clear Brow Gel. I'm taking that gray shimmery shade. This is from an 88 Garden palette. I think I got it from Coastal Scents on Amazon, and I just used that on top of the initial highlight shade I used. And then I'm going in with Cork from MAC. I'm using that just to outline my lips because I'm going to be taking Bespoken Form from MAC, which is a very dark vampy color, and using that as my main lip color. I'm going to be filling in the corners of my lips, and then with my fingers I'm going to be dragging that color into the center, but without putting any of that vampy color in the middle, because then I'm taking this Sephora super red liquid lipstick and using that to blend out, kind of giving me this ombre lip color, like it looks like I just sucked someone's blood. And you can't really see there, but what I did is I drew 2 circles to create my vampire bites. I made sure that they weren't perfect because vampire bites would not be. And then I took the Makeup Geek Bitten eyeshadow and put that directly in the center, and then blended all of that out with the Unexpected taupey color to kind of make it look old and bruised. And then I took some of that Sephora red liquid lipstick and I'm blending that on with a fluffy blending brush to kind of make that look like I just had a meal as well. And that is it for this super easy last minute Halloween vampire makeup look. I feel like I look pretty sultry. And yeah, if you guys like this, please give this a thumbs up and comment if you have any questions, please. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, lovelies. Bye. Oh, and happy Halloween!